Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I review Predator Badlands. So, this is a science fiction actiony film with horror elements in there. Of course it does originate from sci-fi horror, of course. And this is written by Patrick Olson and directed by Dan Trachtenberg and stars Elle Fanning and Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi. I'm butchering the guy's name, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. So this is the 7th installment in the Predator franchise, and it's followed. And in the film, Deck, a young Yautja exiled from his clan, crash lands on a hostile planet and must prove himself worthy of the hunt, struggling to survive from an unlikely alliance with Thea, a damaged Weyland-Yutani and synthetic, as they face off against terrifying apex creatures that challenge both human and predator instincts for survival. So that's the essential plot there. What did I like about this? Well, like I say, the Predator franchise has always delved into science fiction and action, but also horror, with its horror elements. I mean, with its gore, its violence, the way the Predators hunt and stuff. But in this one, it's definitely a 90% science fiction action adventure. Also, they tone it down from the R rating, or 15 or 18 over here in the UK, to the PG-13, which is 12A. So, did that affect it? Well, first of all, I don't think it did. You see, with a lot of franchises that go in that direction, it's hit and miss. But if done right, it can work. I mean, it's failed miserably with franchises like Die Hard and Terminator and, other stuff like that that started off R-rated. But in this case, I think it actually works in its favour with this one. Also, it was set in the future on a remote planet, so not Earth, and there was no humans in this at all. No, what we see in the trailer from people are actually synthetics, androids, from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. So yes, we get the return of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, which is a corporation that are within the Alien franchise. So it shares some alien elements from that universe. So makes me think, could they be delving into AVP universe territory? So yeah, I actually didn't mind them in there. Also, yeah, this was violent still. There was gore, but not human blood gore. There was like synthetic blood, white stuff from the Weyland-Yutani androids, and there were creatures, alien creatures that were being slaughtered in this because it was the Predator is also out to find a trophy. Well, the Yautja Deck is also out to find a trophy of a creature called the that's it, the Kelisk. But also the Weyland-Yutani Corporation are wanting this creature as well for its mass healing factor. Of course, I liked the character of Thea, played by Elle Fanning. She, not just played one synth like Thea, she also played Tessa, another synth. So she was in a dual role. So she played sisters in a way. Well, yeah, that's how she thought of it in the end. Sisters, like the evil twin dynamic. So she played an antagonist as well as a protagonist, and I like the pairing of Deck and Thea. They even come across a little alien creature which does turn out to be the offspring of the Kelix, and yeah, they make the most unlikely funny trio, and I liked their screen time of all three of them. It had some very light humour in this as well. We also hear the predators, well, the Yautja, speak in their own language, so it's not just those rattling, crackling noises. They actually have actual words that may sound gibberish to us, but yeah. Also, there is the universal translation that Thea puts on, so to him she'll sound Yautja, and to her he'll sound, well, human English, so we hear it from like her. But yeah, I think this is the first time in the franchise that they've ever actually used the word Yautja. I mean, they probably have in the past, but Yautja, they actually use that term, like xenomorph in Alien. They've been using that in recent installments. But yeah, Yautja. I also liked that this one kind of didn't feel like it was like its own thing, its own story. If you had a knowledge of the Alien and the Predator franchises, then that was good, but it doesn't really have a connection to any of the previous movies. Like I say, it's its own movie. It's set in the far future on a planet. So yeah, and this Yautja Dek, you do root for him, and you do look to him as the protagonist for the first time ever with this series. And yeah, he was a very interesting character, how we focus on a Yautja for once, and them not like being on the antagonistic side. I mean, they haven't been on antagonistic sides like in The Predator, which was the last theatrical film before this one, and Alien vs Predator. The humans teamed up with them to fight the xenomorphs. Also, I did like the little Easter eggs we got. There is one Easter egg. Now, they did say that there would be new xenomorphs, but we do see in a blink and you'll miss it moment with the trophy case closing in, you do get a quick glimpse of a bit of xenomorph skull, which I noticed. But like I say, if you missed it, that's and I don't blame you, because it was very brief and quick. But yeah, this also had good digital effects, CGI, and makeup prosthetics as well. And yeah, do excuse me, but like I say, they really toned down on the horror. In fact, there are brief bits of horror elements in there, but a huge chunk of it is sci-fi action, which I didn't mind, because I do like science fiction and action as well as horror. So yeah, it was non-stop action from the get-go, and it's about 107 minutes, so almost 2 hours, but you know what? I thought it was good. So ratings, I'll give Predator Badlands 4 stabs out of 5. Because it did surprise me. 4 stabs out of 5 for Predator excuse me, Predator Badlands. So there you go, there is my review on that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description, so you can check all that out. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review on Predator Badlands. So until next time, don't have nightmares.